Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video and would like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe. In today's video, I want to show you how cooking not only helped me to eat healthier, but it also helped me psychologically. The last few days has been frustrating for me in regards to posting of my videos. I use a satellite network and it has been extremely slow lately. For example, yesterday I tried to post a video and it took me about 12 hours. And then later next day, the internet speed went up significantly. I was very pleased. I said, I am going to be able to post my video today with no problem. However, just I am about ready to post the video, the internet speed start to slow again. So the only solution for me is to drive to town, which is about 20 minutes away, to my cooking school where the internet speed is much faster. It was about 5 o'clock in the evening, and I realized that maybe I should just drive there right now and then have dinner in town. But then I decided that it may be better for me to just have dinner at home. It will actually take me less time to cook a meal rather than wait in the restaurant. Of course, I also realized that I will be eating much better food. With advanced prepping, I know I have ingredients already ready in the refrigerator, and I think it should not take me more than about 20 minutes to cook this meal. As I make my way into the kitchen, I already start thinking about what dishes that I'm going to cook by thinking what are the ingredients that I have available right now. I then asked my wife what would she like, and she told me that I can cook anything I want. The only thing she would like to have is some shrimp. So the first thing I did when I entered the kitchen, I went to the freezer and get out the shrimp and thaw them in some running tap water. I know the shrimp will be thawed in about 5 to 10 minutes. As the meantime, I'm going to cook my first dish, which is I'm going to cook a egg and tomato dish. I had some Roma tomato that was given to me by a neighbor, and I think they will go very well with the shrimp. So I decided I'm going to dice the tomatoes so that they will blend better into the eggs. I use my ceramic knife to dice the tomato. In the earlier, I have posted a video about ceramic knife. They are really excellent for cutting tomatoes. For the second dish, which I'm going to cook the shrimp with some yellow squash, zucchini, as well as what I would call a hybrid zucchini. And all of this came from my wife's garden. All of these 3 squashes has already been prepped, so they're all ready to go. As I'm waiting for the shrimp to be thawed, I'm going to cook the egg and tomato dish first. This dish is quick. It will only take me about a few minutes to cook. I'm going to use my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok to cook this meal. Before I start, I want to make sure that the wok is well seasoned. So I'm going to spot season the wok. I turn the stove to high and I add 2 tablespoons of canola oil, just enough to cover the bottom of the wok. I'm going to heat the oil until it starts to smoke, and then I turn down the heat and I let the oil to smoke gently for about 15 seconds. This is my spot seasoning method. If you're not familiar with this method, please take a look at this video. I'm going to crack 3 eggs directly into the wok. The reason I do that is because I want to have the separation between the egg yolk and the white. That makes the egg far more interesting. As you can see here, the egg white start to cook very quickly. And then I use my wok spatula to spread out the egg yolk over the surface of the egg white. I next add the diced tomatoes. I used to add tomato slices, but I'm experimenting this time by cutting the tomato into smaller sizes because I think they will blend better with the egg. And also because the tomatoes are cut up into smaller pieces, they probably cook quicker as well. I then fold the egg over the tomatoes gently. I try not to scramble the egg too much because I wanted the egg to have that smooth texture. I then add my basic seasoning mix. This is intended to enhance the natural flavors of the ingredients. You can take a look at this video in regards to the components in this seasoning mix. After mixing the ingredients for a few more seconds, this dish is done. The total cook time is less than 3 minutes. I then transfer the content into a serving plate. You can serve the way as it is, but in this case, I'm going to garnish the dish with some oyster sauce. By this time, the shrimp are thawed. I'm going to dice the shrimp into the size of the tip of the finger. These are actually large shrimps, but I like them much better when they are cut up into smaller pieces. The stainless steel wok performed very well. There's nothing stick to the surface of the wok, so I wash it with my wok brush. In 30 seconds, it's ready to cook the next dish. After I heat up the wok, I add 2 tablespoons of canola oil to just enough cover the surface of the wok. Again, I did a quick spot seasoning, and I'm ready to cook the shrimp. As soon as I add the shrimp to the wok, as you can tell, it cooked very rapidly. With a quick few stir, the shrimp is already almost cooked. I do not add any seasoning to the shrimp because I want to retain the natural flavor of the shrimp. I then remove the shrimp and set them aside. The total cook time of the shrimp is only about 50 seconds. The reason I cook the shrimp separately because this way I can have better control of the texture of the shrimp. Both my wife and I are very picky with the texture of our shrimp, and we definitely do not want to overcook them. As you can see, the shrimp has left some remnants on the surface of the wok. It's burned into the wok, but I'm going to leave it as it is while I'm going to cook the squash. I'm going to start out by frying some black bean. My wife loves black bean, but she likes it in a little bit crisp texture. So this is the first time I'm going to fry the black bean in advance. I have never done this before, so this is considered to be part of my flavor chasing experiment. Because of advanced prepping, I have all the 3 squashes ready to go, so I can just add them, and I only need to add what I like to have because I don't need to use all of them. I can use the rest in some other dishes in the future. All of these 3 squashes are pretty much the same, but they're slightly different. And by having 3 different kinds, it not only makes the dish interesting in flavor, but it also interesting in appearance. Another variations I'm going to do with this dish is that I'm going to actually fry the squashes rather than to steam them. Next, I did a taste test to make sure that the texture of the squash is what I would like them to be. They seem to be exactly how I like them. So the next, I'm going to flavor the dish. I'm going to flavor it with some oyster sauce and some hoisin sauce. I believe the black bean, the oyster sauce, and hoisin sauce will make a nice combination of flavor in coloring the squashes. Okay, now the final step is to mix the shrimp with the squashes, and after a few stirs, the dish is ready to serve. The total cook time of this dish is also very short. It takes only about 5 minutes. Because of advanced prepping, I have most of the ingredients ready. And so from the time I walk into the kitchen to the time when this dish actually served on the table, it takes only about 20 minutes. By the time when I finish cooking this meal, when I'm ready to eat, I feel really great. In fact, my mood has lifted completely. I know that if I have gone out to eat, I would still be waiting. Furthermore, as far as I am concerned, I don't think there's anywhere around in the vicinity could provide such a wonderful meal that I would enjoy. In the past, before I have developed my fast cooking system, I probably would say I would prefer to go eat out because it would be much less hassle. In many ways, this is a great meal, and it might look kind of complicated on the surface, but once you have the infrastructure, cooking this meal is actually quite easy. With flavor chasing, you can tailor the dish exactly the way how you like it. And together with advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, the whole cooking process is spontaneous and creative. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like icon below because this will help me to expand my audience base. If you'd like to receive notifications of my future video postings, please subscribe to the channel. See you next time.